think we're good. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Over here. Kirby, how's it going? It's going good. Right now, all I'm doing is I let out a clay dry for a couple hours, and so I'm setting it in my wet box right now as I'm kind of waiting to get ready to start the stream here. Here we can go. Wedging table. Wedging table. There we go. So you can see all the blocks here. Some of it's still a little bit soft, I would say, for my preference. But the show goes on. We're making pots today. Yep, more trees. Trees every day until August 10th. That's when I started a year ago. Actually, I think that these ones on the side are a little bit more dry than the ones in the middle, so I'll keep those ones. Over here. Oh, nice. A couple more. And then we'll keep that one. This actually feels a little bit better. Ow. Actually didn't really hurt. I don't know why I said ow. I feel like this has just got to get out of here. Like, I don't really predict myself using this one, to be honest. I'll just set that on the top somewhere. I can make room for the other stuff. Wait. Oh, I thought my head camera just cut out. It did for just a second. And I think we are cruising. We actually can keep this one. Paper right on top. Close that up. We'll wedge these up. That out of there. A little wedge on these, doing a little ram's head wedging here. Slowly bring that back around. Give it a little spin, like a dreidel. And there you go. That guy says hello. Hello, how you doing? Wedge this one up too. Another ram's head wedge. Camera A. A little spin on here. Pottery shelf. There we go. And I think we're ready, guys. Turn this on. Green on. Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. 3 more pots coming your guys' way. We got this one right here, and then the playlist today is called like Funky Bops from Nintendo or something like that. So this video is probably gonna be copyrighted. That's okay. I'll see you guys over in a second. Let's wheel. Did it not work? Let's wheel. It's really not working. Alright, well anyway. Green off. Goated 1.
Howling at the sky.
Alright. Pre-recording? That? It's just like a buffer. It's like a clip. Alright, here we go. Camera C. Camera B. Camera B. A little bit of water right on this edge. Push that up. All the do I eat clay. It's so funny. That's my legacy. Somebody asked me, what's the hardest thing to do in pottery? I would say maybe just like failing, right? Like when you fail over and over again, like the more and more time you spend with an object, it's that disappointment when something doesn't come out that's really mentally taxing. But here we go. Camera A. And so I think that's probably the hardest thing to deal with. Can you make utensils like a spoon and fork? Yeah, I've made a couple of spoons. Put this over. The clay's soft, and so it's actually going to want to listen to us a lot more than what it has the other days here. A bit of water. A little bit of an air bubble on that bottom, but don't freak out. Keep your hand right underneath. Get ready for a transition. Bring this back up. Down. A bit of water. Up. And camera C. Bring your fist right down on top. Why don't people use molds for clay pots? People do use molds for clay pots. I just think that like molds are boring. And so that's what you just said though. Why don't people use molds for clay pots? People do, right? But also, I'm not gonna make things on the wheel that could be made into molds, right? That's kind of my goal. Alright, here we go. Thumbs right down this middle. Check for any rabbits. No rabbits. Alright, a little bit of water on the inside. Slowly fill up that pond, and then grab your captain hook, cut it right across that bottom. And I'm just using one finger to really cut across that bottom base there. This is just one room. I feel rooms. Do I feel like Patrick Swayze? Not really. It's not a pottery movie. Alright, we're gonna grab our llama here. Llama's gonna come down. He's gonna bite right on that rim. We're gonna swap over to camera B. And the thing with llama is that llama loves volcanoes. So you make your volcano. Dun, dun. Grab your knuckle. Push right in at this bottom edge here. There we go. First pull. These first pulls are all really about getting those walls, those wall thickness equalized. Somebody asked me, what do I do with all these pots? I do nothing. I just look at them. They're little reminders for me to keep on making every day. Right down to the bottom edge here. Slow the wheel down. Right up to the top. Maintain that bump. Slowly lessen that bump as you get to the top rim because it's a little bit thinner. Finish off that pole. Alright. A little bit more water. Like, when do you know to add water? I know when to add water because I've gotten so good at feeling what the clay is telling me, right? As you're touching the clay, you're having a conversation, right? And so for me, you literally just, it's like you're having a, how do you know when your friend is feeling sad in a conversation? Is it their facial expressions? Do they tell you? You know, it's that same exact way. And so how do I know how to use water? Because the clay's telling me to. Again, right down to the bottom, slowly pop this up. And again, slightly reduce that pressure as we get to the top. I'm going a little bit slow on these poles now too, but that's just because the clay is so soft, right? Left hand dominant here, I find shaping difficult. I'm actually left hand dominant as well. I'm a left-handed human being, but I throw right-handed. So I wonder if you throw left-handed. I actually find that there's moments where being left-handed helps me out. Alright, get some more water out of the bottom here. You guys ready? Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Emphasize, 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 emphasize. Grab your water. Slowly. Pull those walls up just a little bit. Kiss that rim. And so watch that just spin right up, right? Just keeping my eye on it because the twist looks like it's wanting to be to one side, right? And so you can see whenever those little, where I end off, they're not perfectly level, so that's going to make it tilt one side more than the other. But as long as you have the twist, you got it. Why do it got to be swirling like that? Because I'm not here trying to make pots that have been made for thousands and thousands of years. I'm trying to make my own genre of pots, right? Somebody said earlier, you know, why not just use molds to make pots, right? Well, try to make a mold of this. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, here we go. Actually, we're gonna do tendrils on this one. This one's calling for some tendrils. Cut, 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 and cut. There we go. The key with these tendrils, I'm going to touch them as little as possible. Kind of looks like a Beyblade on the bottom of the pot here. I think that's with most things. If I'm ever making handles for cups, if I touch it as least amount as I can, they usually turn out way better. It's when you try to get them to look nice, that's when they look bad. I feel like I'm in a loading screen for a Nintendo gaming system. Or like in a Sonic game. Pop these out. Have I ever had a fail in stream? I always have fails. That's part of the nature of these pots, right? You kind of push them to the edge of potential, and in doing so, sometimes you get failures. Alright. Camera C. We're going to set number 1 over here. And we're going to cut out here to goated 1. Alrighty. We're starting with number 2 here. What did we just see? It's just a room full of pots. So like I always say, I don't make pots, I fill rooms. Camera B. Can you make a triangle shaped pot? Like the triple tendril? Triple tendrils usually don't work too well, because if they're more broad, even like a 4 is difficult to do the trees, because what they want to do is they actually want to collapse and they become way too wide, right? You kind of need a certain amount for them to support the top there, right? Do you ever fire them, or is there an end goal more than just fill the room? The end goal, the whole point of all this is so I can callous my brain, right? Like, I actually, when I first started pottery, I didn't even like pottery. It was just something I told myself that I had to do because I gave up again on another art endeavor. And so I said, all right, no more giving up, right? So every day that I continue to throw is building up that mental callus in my brain that whenever adversities come my way, that I can just power on through. What number am I on for the trees? The trees, I'm on number like 978 or something like that. I'll probably do something with them one day though. But for right now, I'm just making them. Alright. So he said, people after 1,000 years are going to think that your place is some ancient civilization with so many pots. That'd be the goal one day, you know, that I just have so many. But here we go. Camera C. Put your thumbs on the interior here. Somebody said, what's my wizard name? Garank, the Beast Clergyman. It's from Elden Ring, if you guys know. I love that character. Make a car-shaped pot, please. I used to make horses, which is kind of like an old version of a car. My tree, or my horses, I just throw them right off the hump here, right? And what I'll do is after I throw them off the hump, I'll just bend their head over, right? Let's see if I can actually, oh, no, we're all good. I just kicked something that wasn't really supposed to kick. This is one of them. This is a bad one though. I was making like a chess set, and so this is the horse. But it's just a pot, and you just bend its nose over. And then you get a little squiggle from the bottom, and then you set that on to be the main. So I was doing a whole bunch of thrown chess. It's just one of the classes that I teach. All right, camera B. You know, do your llama pull here, right to the top, and make sure you got a nice volcano. Where is your dono button? You guys already are donating. You're donating your time. That's like the most valuable thing right now. For me, you know, like one day maybe I'll make money off this stuff, you know? And maybe I'll have a donation button maybe in a year or two or something. But right now my whole goal is I just need to build up a following, you know? I want to have like an impact on ceramics, so really that's like you guys just spending time here, that's a great donation. Somebody said, could you fart in a pot, seal it and send it to me? Well, actually, you know, when the clay dries, the pot becomes a little bit porous, right? And so air actually seeps out of it, right? So it wouldn't really work. Color this in. And it's something I'm noticing, so we're going to swap over again to camera C. So if I look at my little water here, right, do you see how it's really clay-like right now? It doesn't feel like water anymore. Sometimes if you don't use like nice water, what will happen is it will, when you try to sponge out the water from the bottom, the water's too thick and it won't be absorbed into the sponge, right? And so I always like to get a fresh refill on some nice water. Some potters, you'll see them, they actually like throwing with a slip because they feel like they're adding less water, but that's why I let my clay dry out a little bit and become harder so that I can use a lot of water. So are pots good for preserving food if they're porous? It really depends. Do you do this all the time? Yeah, I do this every day, and I will be doing it every day until August 10th. That's when my year is up. Alright. Camera B. Just being really still. Allow the wheel to do the work, guys. Nice job. I want a small floral company. I would love to order some. Do you have a shop or anything? Nope, I don't sell any of my pots. I just, like I said, they're all just for me. Maybe one day, but for right now. Why till August 10th? August 10th's the day that I started my journey on throwing these pots every day. And making recordings for every one of them, right? And so after that, then my year's up. And I gotta find something else to do. Alright, here we go. Right down to the bottom. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 6. Okay. Some water on our hands. Then what will I watch? That's so funny. I'll probably still be doing this, but just not every single day. Bump out that top, kiss that rim. There we go. Okay, push down. Do you drink the clay water or wash it down clay you eat? What? Do I drink the clay water to wash down the clay that I eat? No, it just sits in buckets. Slowly pushing out the skirt here. Somebody asked me how long I've been doing this. I've been doing this for 4.5 years, maybe getting close to 5 now. I was doing some ceramic sculpture before, but I started taking throwing seriously about 4.5 years ago. Alright. What's your favorite pot design? Probably one of these trees. These trees are an amalgamation of a lot of my other pots over the years here. So like if you look at some of my older pots and stuff, like, well, you guys probably couldn't really see them, but some of my old pots were really organic, or not organic, really like stiff, right? And utilitarian, should I say? And I sort of made that switch, and then every single iteration I kind of added on, and these trees have become a catalyst for all those ideas to kind of nest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Curl this in, curl this in. We're gonna do petals on the bottom here. Why Pottery Demon instead of Pottery Angel? Well, for me, one of the reasons I told you that this is all for my mind, right? And so what I always say is, like, when you wake up in the morning, what do you hear first, you know? You hear this like little demon in your brain, right? And what does he do? He whispers these sweet nothings. He whispers comforts into your ears and says, you know, come back, you know, the bed is warm, you know, just relax, like, you know. So comforts always dictate like what I did before, right? And so why Pottery Demon? Demon is the thing that I'm trying to reject. And by just having that as my name, it keeps it in my mind whenever I hear those comforts that I need to reject them and keep on going, right? And so that's why it's Pottery Demon. All right. Camera C. All right. Goated 1. somebody earlier asked why not 3. Well, you could see that one was with softer clay and done with 4 tendrils, right? And so when you do 4, right, you don't have as many, they usually are a little bit shorter. But that's also early on. That was like maybe in the first 100 pots or so that I was doing. So they've changed a little bit over the time now. Man's made the hardest pottery edit and thought we would have noticed. Yo, Whistlebane, I got 134 locked and loaded. Whenever you guys are ready, just let me know. Your poor laptop. This is not a laptop. This is just a monitor. It's like a portable monitor. That's why I have wires sticking out from the ceiling. How many pots have I made out of everything? Probably somewhere in the 6,000 to 7,000s. But of the trees, 970 something. Okay. Camera A. Right to the top. Tilt this over and push down. Keep that right hand stiff. Don't let it move around. And slowly walk that down. A little bit of water. Bring this back up. Get ready. Camera C. And look where I'm keeping my hand here, guys. It's almost like I'm splitting up the clay into thirds, right? Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. I'm always keeping my hand on this left third, and my wrist is never pushing through the middle, right? I'm always pushing past center, and that's how I keep it on center. Thumb's right in the middle here. A little bit of water. Fill the pond. Hook your fingers. And imagine your clay is like a 3-layered cake. As long as you cut through that bottom layer of that cake, these top 2 layers are gonna follow, right? The clay on your laptop is stressing you out. I'm telling you, if you knew me personally, you would think nothing of that. You'd be a lot more worried about other components of my life. Alright, here we go. Alright guys, we're gonna grab our friend Mr. Llama here. Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Llama. We're gonna go in for another volcano pulse. Camera B. And slowly walk this up. And the key is just slowly walk that clay up, guys, right? Until you get your volcano. Do you use something to coat the clay before turning? I don't know what you mean. Like kerning? Curing? Like firing the clay? I don't fire any of my pots. First pull, I'm noticing it's a little bit thin on the top. Somebody said they recommend Crayola clay? Interesting. You must have random stains on your bed or something, or like around your house where it's not supposed to be. My whole entire house has pots in it, so there's literally just dust everywhere. Okay, we got a hard chunk of clay, so we just gotta get that out of there. You can see that little bump. Somebody says, when I pull cylinders, I always end up with a wobbly top. Any advice? Alright, I'll show you here in 1 second. Let me collar this up, and I'll do the last pull with you guys. And so it might get a little bit wobbly here. You can already see the top is a little bit wobbly. right? But I'll show you how I go through a pole. Also, I'm starting to notice our first one is starting to tilt a little bit. I'm not too happy about that. So we're gonna tilt that over. And hopefully that stays up. Alrighty, you guys ready? Alright, right down to the bottom. I get some water on my hand and get some water on my elbow, right? Have it right down the side there. I'm slowly, at that first bump, I take my finger on the outside, I'm pushing that in ever so slightly, and I meet that finger on the inside. Then I'm slowly taking that finger on the inside, drifting it up and above the finger on the outside until I have this little bump. And then that's what you're gonna be focusing on, taking all the way up the side of the pot, right? Then you just lift both hands at the same time, and like a slug trying to get his next meal, you slowly walk this bump up. I think the biggest problem for a lot of potters is that what they're doing is they're squeezing the clay. When you're not squeezing the clay, you're stretching it out. So, that's how I finish off a pole there. Alright, pretty thin on the top here, so I gotta be careful. Alrighty. Wait, I don't know if I'd put anything in the microwave, yo. What do you guys put in the microwave? Oh, you guys are still talking about clay to eat? You guys are so funny. I feel like that's just gonna be going on for years now, ever since that one video. Alright, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, you guys ready? A little bit of water on your hands. Bring this little bump here. Really, really thin on that top. You guys can probably tell the way my fingers kind of kicked out there. We're gonna leave it just like that. Slowly push down. How do you decide between 7 or 6 on the tree trunk? I don't. I just totally go for it. Are you streaming only on shorts? Yep, I only stream on YouTube shorts. I thought about it and I was like, well, you know, pottery, look at the format of the video right now. It makes sense for what you do on the wheel. Having space out to my left and the right here doesn't really make sense for the content that I'm doing, right? The material that I'm focusing on, right? Seeing my kneecaps really doesn't change anything, right? But if you're seeing the pot, it makes most sense for it to be vertical, so I decided YouTube shorts. But how do I decide on 7 or 6 or 7 for the trunk? I feel it out. I keep a rhythm, and then I usually just go with that rhythm, and then whatever happens, that's what I go with, right? It really depends on how wide you're going, how much you're spinning the wheel. But I found I used to have a problem with it, but then all of a sudden just started working out. Making on the roots will always be the coolest process to me. Well, you guys also think about it too, right? Like, part of the reason why I make these trees too is I also think that there's something exciting that's happening at almost every stage, right? Where if I was to make like a bellied shaped pot, right? I'm gonna have to spend 3 or 4 minutes just bellying out that middle point, right? It's kind of boring to see that same thing, but for me, I like something a little bit more energized. Ma, they're making tree pots! It's so funny. We said smash it. I just started watching this. Ah, thank you. No idea how I got it suggested, but I'm not complaining. Nice work. Alright, and I think on this one we're going to do a double tendril on here, guys. So we're going to cut. And the key with a double tendril is you want them to feel gestural, right? Once you break away from the pattern of multiple, and you only got 2, they start functioning like appendages. So, you got to treat them as such. Give them some looseness, give them a gesture, and have them do something. Maybe they're coming across, they're chilling out right on this top edge here. Okay, so there's number 1. And then maybe we're gonna take the second one, and we're gonna curl this up over, and we're gonna have it right underneath this edge here, as if he's holding up his head or something, or looking out a window. So here you go, guys. They're all asking me if I gotta keep eating clay. Oh, my OCD would kick in on this. How do you allow yourself to move through imperfections? You just sit in the abyss long enough and it feels comfortable, right? Saw one of your shorts yesterday and it ended when you were around this stage. So now I get to see the rest of it. Yep. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Alright. We can't see. You can't see what? The pot? This one looks tasty. Now take a big bite. Eat clay. Did you eat clay today? You eat clay. Your chat is obsessed with eating clay. That's okay. I feel like they're curious about it. That's why they're asking, right? Little do you know that all of them people who are saying that chat really want to take a bite out of some nice juicy clay, but they just don't know where to get it, right? And they're a little bit nervous. So they're using me to live vicariously through that idea of eating clay. I don't know if I said that right, but you guys get what I mean. Camera C. Alright, I need one more. Is this ready to get off? There's gotta be one more that's ready to be off here. Okay. Are you ready? No? Are you ready? Yep, you're ready. Well, this one totally ripped off, so look at that, guys. Fallen soldier. Let's get an F in the chat. So we're gonna use this one to prop up the others. Get this stuff out of here. Okay. I guess while I prep, I'll leave you guys with another little video here. Do I paint my pots? Nope. How long did this take? This room? Probably 3 months to fill this room up. Maybe less than that. Maybe like 2.5. You should see upstairs. No, I'm telling you, there's way more. Edit time? Yeah, you guys want to see an edit? Alright. Goated 1. You guys couldn't hear me at all. I was just thinking about how I could help this person. They asked about teapots. And it's hard for me to talk about it if I'm not throwing it, you know? So, I don't know about that. Bro got the remote from Click. Did we just enter the Matrix? Is this what it feels like? Is this what high being feels like? That's so funny. If you come a different day, I can show you a quick thing on how to make a teapot at the beginning, or just like a quick tip. I'm kind of done throwing for the day now. Bro gets paid to play with wet dirt? No, I get paid to teach people in real life. I don't get paid for any of this. Themed. Eaten would be goated. Just a pot with a bunch of bites taken out of it. His poor laptop. This isn't a laptop. This is just a monitor, guys. What is this? Alright, you guys keep saying so much. I gotta play another video. I think we needed that guy from Elden Ring. I have a couple of Elden Ring videos, but I don't know if it's gonna pop up. Right now they're randomized, so I'll give you guys another edit. Goated one. Everybody's always says these look like a dune bucket, you know? But, no. Another, please? Alright, just chill out 1 second. I'll do one in a moment, okay? Just give me some time. Alright, I gotta prep. Camera A. Doo-doo-doo. I'm gonna bump the music just a little bit louder, guys. I need some vibes for this. You gotta get in the mindset. Charge your energy, guys. Everybody charge your energy. Manifest it. Manifest it. Use your powers. Green on. And like you've done, you've manifested your energy so the pottery demon could manifest himself on the wheel, shrinking myself down next to the pots here. But anyway, we're gonna start off with this one. I think this one probably turned out my favorite to the day. You know, I did a double tendril on this one. I'm using them almost as if it's resting its hands on its chin, looking out a window on a very rainy and sad day, right? But I do like the way that the tendrils look when they become a double. They function as appendages, where on this one, you can see the tendrils are more of a pattern along the bottom, really trying to manifest that tree energy in this one over here, right? So even with these two pots, and all these pots, they're all doing the same potential, right? The same rhythm or pattern, but I add so much potential and so many things start lapping over into the different parts of the process, so they all turn out a little bit differently, right? And so it's kind of a fun thing to explore potential with each pot. But anyway, we got the one on the top. This is a more basic one. I kind of do like these ones where the twist is lower instead of going really wide out. I was thin on all these tops because the clay was a little bit soft today, but I do like how they turned out. But wait, am I still muted? No, I'm not. I can't possibly be muted, right? I hope to God I'm not muted. But anyway, thanks for watching. All the best, and strong mentality. This stream is 30% pottery and 70% black bars on my iPad. I love it. It's just because I'm vertical, right? I really think streaming horizontal is like, that's the way of the past. I think more so I need to start doing this. I have ideas and I have, geez, that's loud. I have dreams for what I want this to become, right? Oh. Shit, guys. Come back up here, bro. Alright, chill out. Stop trying to fall. I swear to God, bro. Jeez. I'm telling you, just when you think that you're all done, the clay, it'll come back to get you. It's not nice. Clay is the meanest material ever, guys. Yeah, it does work well on phone. That's what I think it's for. Capture demons with these devices. Yeah, that's what the whole... Yeah, of course you can. A demon makes them to capture other demons. So funny. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll probably give you one last edit here. And then after that, I'm heading off. So, alright. So funny. Yeah, it's all over now, guys. I'm heading off. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Computer? Peace out, guys.